It's Week 14 of the National Football League, and our focus is on Justice Hill, your standard at running back this season, pacing the league in rushing. It's the Bucs and the Raiders, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Two teams that met back in Super Bowl 37 in San Diego. The Bucs and Raiders are underway. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. As we take a peek at the Oklahoma State product, their quarterback, Mason Rudolph.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throwing the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
They'll go with Hill here on first down. Powers through it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 16. First down, Tampa Bay. Inside handoff now, Miller. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's Rudolph off play action. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Really nice. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. This is caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Alec Pierce, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. Commanding the offense will be the 7th overall pick of the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. And Oliver able to record his 5th sack of the season. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he sheds a tech. And the ball is knocked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball?
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Buccaneers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. After the interception, here's Rudolph. He drops this one off underneath here for Hill. Takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move. Give up the gut to Hill. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The Bucs at 11-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now, because to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way, because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Rudolph looking to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can see and feel the disappointment on that one, because you saw some guys on the sidelines jumping up going, oh no! Looked like they had that one set up well on 3rd down, but you got to give yourself time to get rid of the football.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Hill again on 2nd down. He can't get him down. Trucks over it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Justice Hill. That's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Buccaneers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. And his stellar campaign continues. That now his 20th rushing touchdown on the year, a number that very few running backs have ever reached in a single NFL season. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the end result was the touchdown run by Justice Hill. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. They toss it down to Pollard. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves. But maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
Rudolph following the fumble recovery. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Here's Rudolph. And he's got Pierce. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Alec Pierce with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To the air, Allen. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Buccaneers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. Now, he's had a knack for finding the end zone all season long. His numbers reflect that. Here we are in the month of December, and he sits atop the NFL leaderboard in terms of rushing touchdowns. That escapes the sack. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. That'll be caught. It's Rager. And all the way up to the 47-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 44 yards. Now a 1st down carry. It's Hill. Nice move at the 40. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. That'll be caught right side by the rookie receiver. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Here's Rudolph. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Rudolph throwing again. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. You got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. 2nd and 10. Rudolph. Flushed out right. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mason Rudolph, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. A 10-play drive that time, and it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up. And
oh, my goodness, he loses it again. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Man, that's a 3rd fumble for him now in this ball game. And you know the old saying, CD, once is a fluke, twice a coincidence, 3 times becoming a pattern.
3 times is a problem in this case because we've seen field goal kickers have days like this, quarterbacks occasionally. But how rare is it for us to see a running back lose it 3 times trying to carry it?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Rudolph. Escapes the sack. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Caught by Jones. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Bucs are going to have it here at their own 15. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with a 28-0 lead, you figure they're just going to be happy to take this lead right into the locker room. That's complete to Baker. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Out of the gun, Rudolph. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now here's the call. Now Rudolph. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Back to throw, Rudolph. And that is incomplete, nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down. Rudolph going to throw again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Well, this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on fourth down conversions. And here we go again. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Allen. Looking downfield for Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have.
You know, we always talk about the chess match in a football game, but we're usually talking about offensive coordinator versus defensive coordinator. How about the special teams coaches? I think we just saw a big-time adjustment by one to help his team get a spark to start the second half.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. Tyus Bowser with a pick. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. And that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and a yard. Now a 10th carry for Hill. That second down play nets a -4. And quickly they get to the line. On third down, here's Hill. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on fourth down. Let's see what's in store here. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Rudolph now to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
The coverage by Christian Harris.
Up the middle, it's Hill. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 93 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Rudolph looking to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Rudolph, pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
A gain of 14 yards brings up 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rudolph. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. 32 yards. And the Buccaneers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes this 35-0 now. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And the Las Vegas first down.
Here's Allen. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. Here's 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Bucs are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. After the interception, here's Rudolph. He'll get this to Baker. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. With now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Bucs have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it is 42-0. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
That whole thing was thrown off track thanks to the defense of Fred Warner. Really nice play.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Allen going to give this one to Cam Akers. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Here's Allen to throw it. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll run straight ahead with Hill. A nice little juke. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They stick on the ground on 1st down with Hill. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Justice Hill, his 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Buccaneers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. This complete to Jones. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Allen now looks to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some power.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Mike Hughes. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. The Buccaneers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. When he's in this type of a groove and his offensive linemen are creating running lanes for him, he can really put on a show, and he's done so here. And once again, Hill, he's been busy. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They run it again with Hill. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it out of the gun with Hill. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 166 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut and he goes, that's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
Hill trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now here's Hill, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. To throw, it's Allen. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 24 yards the gain there, another 1st down as well. Now Allen. Out route, he finds his man, it's Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another 1st. To the air, Allen. And he's got it. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So that drive, 4 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Man, 188 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Tampa Bay, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.